Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. I am the Crystal Witch Oracle, and I am really excited to be guiding you through this new week. I hope everybody's hanging in there. It is officially portal season or eclipse season, excuse me. Portal season, I guess, is also kind of correct. But it is officially eclipse season and we are in the middle of the portal. So eclipse season started on the 10th of September. We had that full moon just 2 days before that. And we are now currently in the middle of this beautiful eclipse season. We also have the shifting of the north and the south node taking place in this current period, and it is a lot. I think everybody's feeling the little bit of upheaval, the change. Everybody's feeling a little bit of those potentially like drained energies, or maybe you have the opposite. Maybe you're feeling really inspired and really, empowered by this energy. But whatever's coming up for you, just know that it is temporary. So we will be feeling a little bit better and more settled within the next, little while, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But I am excited to guide you through the energies for this particular week with our tarot and oracle cards. So my intention, as always, is that the messages that I share here today will reach the right person at the exact right moment that they need to hear them. I do this with love and for the highest intention of everybody involved. It's always my intention that you will get exactly what you need to hear. But if you don't, if whatever comes up doesn't resonate with you, please feel free to leave it behind. It's not going to be for everybody. These are general messages. I do these readings every Monday to help us prepare for the week ahead. So if that's something you'd enjoy, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. And for those of you that have already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm always so happy to see you guys watching the videos, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, just generally supporting me, and for all your personal feedback. It always means so much. Puts such a huge smile on my face every single time, and you are the reason that I am doing this. So thank you for being here. I also want to mention that, these cards as they come through, they are a tool for your reflection. So I hope that you will take these with you for the week. If there is anything that resonates, I encourage you to spend a little bit of time just thinking about the deeper meanings that are present in the cards and what comes up for you personally. Because tarot, for myself personally, I feel like it is a very personal thing. You're going to get specific messages that are meant only for you, things that only matter or that are only relevant to you. It could be a specific symbol, it could be a color that's coming up, it could be a word, it could even be a phrase or something that I say throughout this reading, something that resonates with you very deeply, or it is just confirming something that kind of has already maybe been coming up for you. I know that happens for me a lot. I get a lot of double messages from Spirit, will often give me confirmation through things like tarot readings and oracle readings from other readers as well, or an innocent comment from somebody, or I will read it somewhere in like a Facebook post or something like that. And I will keep seeing the same sort of things coming up over and over again. So please do pay attention to that, because it is Spirit trying to communicate with you. All right. So I just need to take a sip of water. So today we have the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Then we have the Star Tarot by Kathy McKelland. And then we also have the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So I am going to start over here with our Starseed Oracle. So let me just get these cards and shuffle to see what would Spirit like for us to know as we start off our reading for today. Please, Spirit, what do the readers, or what do the people of this watching this reading need to know. Thank you very much. Ooh, the golden children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Isn't that beautiful? That is saying a lot. It means to me that you, whoever are watching this reading, you are a very beautiful, important soul. You have a special mission here on this earth. You have rare gifts, talents, and abilities, and things that you might not even recognize right away or within yourself, but that other people greatly benefit from, whether or not you are actively trying to do that, or whether or not you even know that you are doing it. You somehow manage to make a difference to those people around you. This could also be referring to gifts that are hidden within you. Maybe there is something that you have kind of suppressed. This often happens in childhood when, maybe we have a natural innate gift, talent, or ability, and then somebody says something about that thing that we do, for whatever misguided reason they might have. Perhaps it makes them feel intimidated, or perhaps it doesn't fit the social norms for what they believe the world should be. And you get the sense that it's not okay for you to have that gift or to share that skill, to really explore that ability that you innately have. So I would recommend that if there is something that's coming up for you while I am speaking about this, if there's something that makes you feel like, you know what, I remember when I was a child, I used to really do this thing that kind of came naturally to me, and I haven't really done that in a long time. But I remember that it used to bring me a lot of joy. It used to make me feel really good. Maybe it used to, connect me to other people as well, because that's often an indication of a natural gift and ability, is when it really connects us with other people. Maybe it's time to, look at that again and really bring that back up to the surface. So let's see what the book has to say about this. So I'm just going to have a look in the book to see if I've missed anything. Okay, where is this card? This is a good question. So just hold on for me for 1 second while I investigate. Not seeming to see this card in the book. I wonder if I'm looking in the wrong place. Just 1 sec. I'm just going to pause quickly. Okay, and we're back. Sorry. So the book says, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Golden children or children of the sun are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Very interesting. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life, which is sort of what I already mentioned. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love. To nurture and nourish it. To give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood. To encourage it. To water it. To see the world through the innocence of a child. To see yourself and all others as innocent children. to remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best. And if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey throughout this great adventure called life. What a beautiful message. And I think that there's a lot to be said in there, you know, that definitely the experiences that we go through sometimes can cause us to get a little bit hard of heart. I know that it is sometimes easier to take that route, you know, to kind of want to shut yourself off just to protect yourself. And I think that in a lot of ways, this has happened to all of us. I think we can all kind of relate to that on some way or some level. Maybe not with everything, but I'm sure that we can all think of something that we've gone, you know what, I am never going to take that chance again. I'm never going to, you know, give that type of person, you know, the benefit of the doubt again, or I'm never going to, you know, take a risk or something like that. But this card is obviously encouraging us to, if that is something that is bothering you, to think about, is there something that you can do about this? Would you be willing to open yourself up a little bit more to life and everything that it has to offer? Or can you nurture and encourage somebody else in your life perhaps that needs that guidance to do that? It could be a child, it could be a friend, it could be a partner. Or as mentioned, it could also be, you know, a project that you're trying to lead, something that you are trying to bring into this world or nurture into this world, something that you are already connected to. I wonder if there's anything like that that's coming up for you. So far we have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the 7 of Swords, and now we have the 8 of Wands. And I want to get just one more card. So I'm loving that 10 of Pentacles so far. And we have the 6 of Wands. Very interesting energy this week. I actually want another card. Just feels right. Here we go. We've got the 2 of Swords. Okay. This is very, very interesting energy we've got going on here. We've got a lot of sword energy and a lot of wands energy. And I feel as though there is something brewing in the sense of there is a little bit of insecurity here, a little bit of unsureness, a little bit of maybe not wanting to see the truth of a situation, but simultaneously having something really beautiful move in at a much faster and more unexpected rate, which I just love that. So, you know, with the 8 of Wands, we have, you know, swift news. We have something coming in very quickly. This is something that is just, it's shocking into our reality, basically. So if we look at this card, we can see all these beautiful stars. This is really positive sort of energy. This lightning bolt is coming in super fast. Obviously, it's bringing in like a jolt, right? It's something good. And it feels like all of this is actually shocking this heart back into existence. So what I'm kind of getting from this is that maybe there is something that when you were a child, it was something that you felt like you had to kind of maybe hide away a little bit. You couldn't really be that honest about it, or you kind of had to shield or protect yourself about it. But now something is happening, something is coming up to the surface that is allowing your heart to be reignited. There is a spark that is being sent down to go, okay, are you prepared to now wake up again? Are you prepared to restart your heart and your passions and really find what it is that really genuinely lights you up? Because this I'm looking at this card as well, and here we have another heart, and the Six of Wands is all about success. It's recognition, it's public recognition, it's being, sort of acknowledged for your gifts, your talents and abilities, as we've already spoken about in the beginning of this reading. And I see here this person is reaching for a star. They are literally covered in a network of stars here, and the stars has got to do with spirit. That's your direct connection to spirit. It is source. It is the universe is literally with you, supporting you, guiding you, pushing you towards your potential and your greatness, and coming in to connect you back into your heart space. And from the heart space, we can truly and easily and effortlessly manifest anything that it is that we want in our life. I spoke about this in last week's reading as well, is that when we open up our heart space and we are truly in balance with our heart space, we can create miracles in our every single day life. It is just an easy process. It's effortless. It just flows into your life consistently on an everyday basis. There is always something beautiful flowing into your experience. And, these sunflowers in the tarot always represent, success, beautiful achievements, growth, standing tall, being, proud of yourself, and really being acknowledged and admired by those around you. And then we also have the sun within this heart space. So I feel like something is really good is wanting to come through. The universe is genuinely wanting to offer you something incredibly powerful. There's something that wants to come up and really add that sparkle back into your life. What is it that really genuinely lights you up in your world? Is it something that you haven't looked at for a while? Is this something that, maybe you've been thinking about it for a little while, and you've been like, I really want to reconnect to that part of myself and rediscover who I truly am at my heart's core. Who did I come on this planet to be? I am a golden child, and I am somebody that can genuinely improve this world, improve the lives of those people around me, really showcase my gifts, my talents, my skills, my ability, my love for this planet, because I came here for a purpose and a special mission. And spirit is reigniting you for that purpose. And everything that you want is within reach, because we have the 10 of Pentacles over here as well. This is such a beautiful card. This is all about, we have reached the pinnacle for ourselves, that it is the end of the cycle. It's what we've worked so hard towards. We now have everything that we were working towards manifesting. We have financial abundance. We've got this castle in the background. We've got another sun peeking out there at the back. We have love, romantic love, familial love. We have riches and security and, the universe's blessings, everything. We have the key to our happiness here. So this is definitely showing me that something beautiful is wanting to emerge and come through into your space. And I would recommend that whatever it is, you just allow it to come through into your existence. But I do feel like, with these two cards, there is something else kind of still going on here. It could be because it's swords. Swords is to do with the mental body. It could be your own thoughts, your own sort of insecurities holding you back. Maybe this is shadow that is holding you back. Maybe I feel like this is something that is, because it's interesting to me, both of these cards have two. So they have the kind of original person, not the original person, but like the person in the physical being. And then there is this reflection over here. And both of these cards also have the moon being reflected in the background. So this is telling me that this has a lot to do with subconscious. This has a lot to do with the way that potentially that we see ourselves. So what is it that we think that we are reflecting? What are we reflecting back to ourselves? What are we reflecting back into the world? And where does that come from? Because oftentimes this is based in, limiting beliefs, old habits, patterns, things that we've kind of shoved down into the shadow, right? And things that we don't really want to see. It's a little bit murky. There's a little bit of, there's some damage in here. I'm seeing these swords kind of piercing this buck here in the water. And it's kind of like, it's things that maybe it's past hurts, it's past resentments, it's past wounding that has made us, basically our shadow. It's things that we've suppressed and put into this other side of us that we don't show the world because we have fear about what people will say about us, how they will, treat us, what they will, tell their friends about us, or will we be accepted by the people that are closest to us, or even strangers, our wider community. And of course, that makes perfect sense because we as human beings are hardwired to be accepted by not only the community, but by everybody around us. That's literally just survival. Oh, excuse me, I just realized I have nail polish on my one nail. Please excuse me for that. But anyway, so then, I'm just seeing again this reflection here, and this reflection of the stars is making me think of this 6 of Wands card. And it's kind of like this person is contemplating, okay, what am I really made of? Who am I in my deepest potential without being bogged down in the idea that other people have of me? Who am I truly and meaningfully, deeply wanting to be in my life? What is the person that is my true essence? Who am I at my core, and what is it that is wanting to come through? And I feel like this is being cut free. And again, we have this heart space here. We have this person wanting to free themselves from their heart, from their deepest connection to themselves, to the universe, and to, I suppose, the world that we live in. But there's only one way to really free yourself from that, and it is to be yourself, because you can never truly feel loved and accepted for who you are if you're consistently hiding who you truly are, right? Because there's always going to be, we can wear a million masks and feel like we can be accepted, right? Because we are pretending to be something that we're not. But that doesn't really solve the problem, because when we are pretending to be something that we're not, and then being liked for that something that we're not, it's not us that's being liked. It's the mask that we're putting out there, or the projection that we're putting out there, that is being accepted and loved, right? And that can lead to a lot of loneliness. It can lead to a lot of isolation. It can lead to a lot of shame even, So if you cannot really be yourself, you will never truly actually be loved and accepted. So there's only one real solution for this, right? Is to genuinely look yourself in your psyche, really go deep and have a deep look at, who am I? Who am I really at my core? When I first came into this world, how did I show up? How did I just as a child live my life, right? Because children don't have a lot of these shame sort of stories, and a lot of these masks aren't in place yet, and there is a lot more freedom of just being ourselves. Until the world tells us we cannot be a certain way, we just show up as ourselves. There's no kind of hiding or manipulation or trying to be something else that will be accepted by the people around us. Okay, yeah, to a certain degree, because we're trying to survive as young babies, but for the most part, there isn't that intense shame that a lot of us carry around as adults, right? because we're just showing up as ourselves. So maybe it's time for us to really, really look deeply into the pool and the reflection of ourselves and see what it is that is hiding in there. What is begging to be brought back out into the into the light, because there's definitely something that wants to come up for all of us. And Spirit is saying, it's safe for you to do this. It is safe for you to explore this part of yourself. It's safe for you to want to be that person. If you can't see the cards, it's safe to want to have this experience, and to really show up as your best and brightest self. Who are you here to be, genuinely and truly? Spirit is asking you that question. Who do you genuinely, truly want to be? And who do you genuinely want to live your life as? If you've been having those questions coming up for yourself lately, this is just a confirmation. And I'd love to hear in the comments, if this is something that has been coming up for you, and if there is anything that you are going to be doing about this coming up. I know for myself, I've mentioned this in my other videos, but I am going to be doing what I've now kind of labeled as my inner journey for the next 3 months. It's a purposeful hermit experience where I am going to kind of really just sequester myself. I'm going to turn down as many, sort of social events as I possibly can, not overcommit myself, because I'm very bad with that. I often will just say yes without thinking about things and overloading my calendar. So I'm really going to kind of just cut myself off for a little bit so that I can really focus on the things that are important to me. And through that, I have kind of selected a couple of areas in my life that, I really want to see some clearing and growth. So that is, for example, it's finances, it is my health, it is my kind of sense of who I am. So what who I am today, because I feel like I've gone through a lot of transformation in the last few years, and I really want to kind of get to know this version of myself. And then also my spiritual practices that I want to deepen a bit more. And what was the other thing? There was something else that I wanted to kind of do. And anyway, those are the kinds of things those are the areas that I'm going to be focusing on for the next 3 months. I'm going to do it in phases, 3 phases. So with each month will be 1 phase, and kind of just introduce new routines, new habits for myself. I will be doing some shadow work. I'll be doing a lot of journaling. I'll be really, really getting to know myself and getting back in touch with myself. So if that's something that appeals to you, please let me know in the comments below. I actually would love to turn this into, once I've gone through the process myself, turn this into sort of like a journal or a book or a course or something that can help other people also go through this practice and really get back in touch with themselves. So let me know if that would be something that you'd be interested in hearing more about. I'd be happy to connect with you. But for now, let me pull a oracle card for the final cards of this reading. I'm so excited about this 8 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. I'd love to know, if you get any messages or anything coming up in the next week, if there's any exciting news that comes through, or if you get a sudden bolt of inspiration, if there's just anything that might be a bit unexpected, but that helps you kind of feel a bit more inspired. I'd love to hear about it. Please let me know in the comments. I am so excited to kind of see this 10 of Pentacles energy come out for all of us, Okay, that card really wanted to come out. But what do we have here? Ooh, Orphaned. Okay. So this kind of ties in for me with this golden children sort of energy. It's back to the child energy. So there could be a little bit of a sense of feeling a little bit abandoned and isolated right now. This could actually have to do with the 7 of Swords, because the 7 of Swords also talks about conflict. It also talks about deception and sort of lies. And the Two of Swords as well could also represent a little bit of, I want to say, self-imposed, it's normally self-imposed restriction, but it's like refusing to see the truth of something, or refusing to see the truth of a situation, right? So there could be something here that kind of caught you off guard, and it could have left you feeling a little bit stranded or orphaned, or a little bit like out of touch with the people in your life that really, really matter to you. This could have to do with a parent. It could be somebody that you kind of look up to, you know, somebody that you maybe consider a mentor, who you wouldn't have expected for them to kind of leave you feeling the way you're feeling right now. But, you know, again, I always take these things in a sort of positive light. And it's so funny, I'm house sitting at the moment, so that's why my setup is a little bit different from usual as well. But I'm reading a book that belongs to the owners of the house. It's by Voltaire. It's Candide. I'm not sure if you've ever read it or you're familiar with the story, but it's kind of a satire book about there was a popular French sort of idealism in the time period that this book was written, where it's like, oh, everything always works out for the best. And it's been quite interesting for me to be reading that at the moment, and like thinking about like, okay, what is that genuinely, because it's always that conversation about free will versus, you know, fate, and how much of it is like really working out for the best, and how much of it is just kind of shit, right? So I have quite I suppose, like a unique perception on that, which is that I think there is definitely a bit of both going on. I think that there are certain things in our lives that we kind of have to go through and have to experience, because the lessons that they bring are pivotal to the experience that we have in this lifetime. So I do feel like there are some things that are kind of fated to happen, but then I also believe that we do also have free will, and we always have free will in terms of how we respond to situations, the next choices that we make. You know, if something does come across our path, what is it that we do with that? How do we move on from that? Those things are all related to free will. So if there has been something that has kind of happened recently that has left you reeling a little bit, and you're kind of also asking the question of like, seriously, is this like fate? Or is this what karma kind of, you know, is this karma? Is this kind of like meant to happen? Is this the universe punishing me somehow? I totally get it. It can feel like that sometimes, and it can leave us feeling incredibly lonely, if not in a physical sense on this planet, in terms of, you know, a family, or like I mentioned, like a mentor or somebody else that kind of was like a parental figure to you, or just family in general. It can also sometimes be us feeling like we're abandoned by the universe itself, and feeling like spirit doesn't have our back. And I have definitely felt like that at some point. I'm just going to be honest. You know, I'm always honest on this channel, and I can resonate with that, because I have sometimes felt like that when things were particularly bad, feeling like, you know what, this is just bullshit, honestly. And I am, you know, I'm not being looked after here. I have just been abandoned. I have literally been orphaned by the universe, and you know, like nobody's coming to help me or to save me. And that's a little bit of victim mentality, but I'm not going to go into that right now. I think we've all had moments like that, especially, you know, when things are really bad. It's very easy to fall into that. But I know from my own experience that every single time that I have had that sort of feeling and those thoughts come up for myself, and a period of time when I genuinely felt like this, I do know that it has always been followed by a period of seeing things come into my life that I would never have anticipated, and it probably wouldn't have happened if I hadn't experienced that thing. So again, I'm not trying to say that, oh, everything was meant and everything happens for a reason. Sometimes like bad things just happen, but I do know that life ebbs and flows, and that sometimes when things are removed from our lives and destroyed and kind of taken away from us, that they can actually just be making room for new exciting things to come into our lives. So I'm going to read from the book on this one. Let me just see what it says and what advice it has for us. Okay, essential meanings is a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in. Isn't that similar to what I was talking about on this card? The need to belong and uncertainty about your place. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our society, our families, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. And isn't that just, it just makes me think of what I was saying a little bit earlier, where, you know, if you feel like you're not fitting in, it is often because we are wearing masks that they've become burdens more than they've become beneficial, right? To the point where maybe we feel like we are kind of fitting in with a particular group or a particular culture or a particular crowd or particular family sort of system or whatever. But deep down, we know that it is not real, where it is actually just an act. We're not actually fitting into this. It is us masking our true selves so that we can fit into the situation. But all that that's really doing is creating a false sense of self that is accepted by people, and not our real selves being truly seen, valued, loved, and appreciated for who we truly are. So there's a strong message here that is saying, you know, if you've been feeling a bit like you are not kind of fitting into the space that you're in, if you're not fitting in with the people that you are surrounding yourself with, this could be on a work front, this could be on a personal front, this could be in your family, your given family, it can be in the environment that you live in, right? There's so many different sort of applications for this, but you know what your true self is. You know who you truly are, right? You know deep within yourself who you came on this earth to be. And even if it is not 100% clear for you right now, you can always take the time that you need to do this deep dive, because the inspiration is waiting for you. Spirit is saying, I am so here for you. I just need you to really step forward with your true self. Drop the masks and let go of all of that sense and the feeling of abandonment. Yes, it's going to be scary to step out on your own and to be really truly embrace who you are, but I have got your back, and I have got so much other amazing stuff waiting for you around the corner, you know? So that is such a beautiful message. I really love this reading for you. And if it resonates, please do let me know. I would love, love, love to hear from you. It always makes my day when I read your comments. So please, please, please feel free to leave me your thoughts below. Send me a little emoji, even if you just to let me know that you are here. And if you like this reading and you like my channel and you'd like to support me, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can hit the little notification bell so that you get notified when I post each Monday. And I am wishing you such a beautiful week ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye for now.